1776 and PSL and the stuff that the path that you've gone, do you think that this was something that was in you your whole life? Do you think you married into it? Do you think you, no, I mean, where do you think it comes from? And do you think there was anything that really prepared you for it? Or was it just like, you jumped in and like figured it out as you went, or where does your ability to do all of this come from?
I think that, well, to answer the initial question, no, it was not this was not a world that I ever thought I would be in. For my entire life, if everybody that's listening in remembers back to when they were a kid, like one year you want to be an astronaut, one year you want to be a firefighter, like it goes this whole gamut of things. I wanted to be a lawyer my entire life. That was it. That was all I ever wanted to be. I worked really hard in high school. I also, just side tangent, hated the town that I grew up in. So college was like a way for me to get out. So I got a scholarship to college. I graduated in 3 years, went straight to law school, finished up law school, went to Villanova in Philly because I wanted to practice in Philly, got what I thought was my dream job at a big law firm in Philadelphia. And that was, I'd worked since I was 10 years old, but this was my first full-time job because I had been working my entire life. And I was been in school my entire life. I was working a couple of months sitting in my office going, oh my gosh, this could be every day for the rest of my life. Like, here it is. Like, when you're going through school, it's like, oh, I can't wait to get to high school. I can't wait to get to college. I can't wait to go to grad school. And then you end up at your job and you're like, this could literally be it forever. And I looked around and there was partners that had been there 40, 50 years. And for the first time, I also realized I didn't like working for other people. It didn't sit well with me. And law firm hierarchy is very rigid in terms of like getting to partner track. You can't just work really hard and magically make partner in 5 years. It's very year driven from the year that you graduated law school, and that's pretty standard across all law firms. But I also graduated in 2007, so I was there about a year just kind of figuring myself out, and then the Great Recession happens in 2008. So there's not a lot of mobility in the market. People aren't moving around jobs. I still didn't really know what I wanted to do when I grew up. But was just kind of figured out, and I realized there was an opportunity in real estate because the market had completely crashed in 2008 and 2009. And when I talk about it now in these years, it seems like it was really short, compressed time periods, but I was just there and it felt really long. So I started investing in real estate, and then I was looking for what was going to be the opportunity for me to get out of the law firm. But I also had those golden handcuffs where I had, a nice job with a good salary, and there was a ton of a really high unemployment rate, obviously coming through the recession. Started picking up a little bit of rental properties and playing on that side, and wanted to go into real estate development. I really liked that. Having the legal background was helpful. I got my broker's license. I could buy and sell houses myself. I could review all the contracts. I could manage the construction. I was pretty handy. My mom and my dad had taught me a lot when I grew up about, I could install a toilet and retile a bathroom. And that was kind of a stress outlet for me too. And then my husband and I, he was getting out of the military, and we were kind of looking at what his transition was going to be like. And there was no place for us to go get an office to launch what we thought was going to be his exit from the military and my exit from the law firm. And co-working was really kind of just getting started. It boomed kind of out of that 2009, 2010 time period. So we came up with the concept for Benjamin's Desk, named after Benjamin Franklin in Philadelphia. We incorporated in 2011. Fun fact, our date of incorporation is actually the day we got married, because that's what most people do on their wedding day, right? I filed my incorporation docs in the morning. They actually still have my maiden name on them.
The original, not the anniversary, the original day you got married.
No, like that morning, I filed the incorporation docs and we got married later that afternoon.
Wow, Mike is such a, I don't know what, that's funny.
Such a helpless romantic we are.
Yeah, there you go, such a romantic.
So we opened our doors about a year and a half later, and then it kind of evolved. I'm still at my law firm full time. So now it's 2012. And then I didn't leave my law firm until 2016. So I got there in 2007, realized I didn't like it, and lasted another 9 years. And that was because, we needed runway for the business. I had no safety net. We were funding the company ourselves. We had expansion plans. We were getting really good traction really early on. We, got our second location was with the University of Pennsylvania. So we had credibility instantly right away. But there was still money that needed to come in the doors. And for any of you that are entrepreneurs, know that it doesn't just fall from the sky in the beginning, and you're just hustling day by day. So I stayed at the law firm as long as I possibly could, and then made the shift in. I think my risk tolerance has changed dramatically from being a lawyer to taking more risks in the world of entrepreneurship. That probably also has to do with like a little bit of my personal life, that like I'm kind of an adrenaline junkie and like to take risks on that side. So I think I've just finally merged those pieces of my personality. Because I never thought I was going to be an entrepreneur or really a business person at all. I've never taken a business course. So from that side, it's really been a crash course. It's super helpful to have a ton of resources on the internet. And then, there's companies like ours, and I have mentors that I've relied on a lot. The legal background has been super helpful to walk through a lot of different things, but had no real business experience. And that was just to learn as I went, and everything on the fly, making mistakes along the way and just trying not to make the same mistake twice.